You know how every once in a while a horror villain comes along that just sticks with you? Creepy mask, chilling voice, unforgettable presence, and you instantly know we've got a new icon on our hands. Well, the Grabber's back, and he's even meaner this time.
He's here. Vengeance is mine.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Black Phone 2, the new supernatural horror film from director Scott Derrickson starring Madeleine McGraw, Thames, Miguel Mora, and Ethan Hawke. I was a pretty big fan of the first movie. It set up a creepy small-scale story that introduced one of the most intriguing new horror villains in years, the Grabber. So when they announced a sequel, I was definitely curious. The original wrapped up in a pretty conclusive way, so I honestly didn't know how they'd continue the story without it feeling forced. Well, now that I've seen it, I'm happy to say this isn't just a cash grab sequel. Black Phone 2 is a competent follow-up that in a lot of ways stands shoulder to shoulder with the original. Before we dive into the story, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming horror reviews. And if you'd like to help support the channel directly, you can join my Patreon for just $1 a month. It's a great way to help me keep making more of these videos. So this sequel picks up a few years after the events of the first film. 15-year-old Gwen begins suffering from terrifying nightmares, haunted by calls from the mysterious Black Phone and visions of three boys being stalked at a remote winter camp. Determined to understand what these dreams mean, Gwen, joined by her brother Finney, sets out to uncover the truth behind the haunting images. But what they discover is far darker than they imagined. The Grabber has returned, no longer human but a vengeful supernatural force. Now more powerful and deadly than ever, as the siblings confront this evil once again, they're pulled into a chilling battle that blurs the lines between the living and the dead. Let's start with the obvious highlight. Ethan Hawke absolutely kills it again. He's even more intimidating and vicious this time around. Other than Art the Clown, I think the Grabber is easily the closest we've come to a new horror icon in the last decade. The frostbitten design of his mask and skin looks incredible. Nasty, chilling, and immediately recognizable. The makeup team really outdid themselves. But beyond that, the Grabber's transformation into a supernatural entity adds a whole new layer to the terror. Now he's able to invade dreams and harm people through them, which definitely invites some Freddy Krueger comparisons. And yeah, some people might find that a little derivative, but honestly, I don't mind. We've been starved for a villain with that kind of energy, and Ethan Hawke brings such charisma and menace that it feels fresh again. He's got this twisted charm that makes him both horrifying and weirdly magnetic. You hate him, but you also can't wait to see what he does next. The performance, the visual design, the dialogue, it all works. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if we get another movie in this universe. Madeleine McGraw as Gwen completely steals the show here. She's essentially the lead this time, and she nails it. Her performance is full of emotion and strength. She carries the fear, the heartbreak, and the determination of someone who refuses to let evil win again. There are moments that are really tough to watch just from how much raw emotion she brings to them. She was great in the first film, but here she proves she's capable of leading a movie on her own. I wouldn't be surprised if this role opens a lot more doors for her. Thames is once again really solid as Finney. He plays the trauma of surviving the Grabber with a quiet subtlety. He's not the same confident kid we saw before. He's more withdrawn, more haunted, and when the film gives him moments to shine dramatically, he really delivers. His chemistry with McGraw feels completely genuine, and their brother-sister bond is the emotional backbone of this story. This movie also ramps up the violence big time. It's much more brutal than the first one, with some genuinely shocking moments. moments. There are a few sequences that had the whole theater dead silent. And yeah, a lot of the violence involves kids. It's disturbing, but it works because it raises the stakes. You really feel like no one is safe this time. It seems like Terrifier 3 kind of opened the floodgates for horror films to push that boundary again, and Derrickson handles it well. It's shocking but not exploitative. It feels purposeful and effective. The dream sequences are some of my favorite parts of the entire movie. Derrickson uses that 8mm visual texture similar to what he did in Sinister to differentiate the dream world from reality. It's eerie, grainy, and immediately puts you on edge. They're visually striking but also crucial to the storytelling, since a lot of the film's supernatural logic plays out through these dreamscapes. We also get some expansion on Finney and Gwen's past, particularly their mother, who was only vaguely mentioned in the first film. I won't spoil how she fits into the plot, but I really liked that addition. It deepens the siblings' connection and adds emotional weight that wasn't as present before. Now, if I had to nitpick something, it'd be the dialogue. Every now and then the movie leans too hard into the 1980s setting. Characters throw around decade-specific slang that can sound kind of forced. It's not constant and it doesn't ruin anything, but it's noticeable enough that I felt like it was worth mentioning. Otherwise, there's not much I disliked. The pacing, the scares, the performances, all of it clicked for me. So Black Phone 2 is a worthy sequel that builds on what made the original great while expanding the mythology in a satisfying way. Ethan Hawke once again delivers one of the best modern horror villain performances, and Madeleine McGraw proves she can absolutely carry a film. It's darker, bloodier, and somehow even more emotional than the first. If you like the Black Phone, I think you're going to walk away really impressed with how this one turned out. I'm giving Black Phone 2 a 4 out of 5. But now I want to hear from you. Did you think Black Phone 2 lived up to the original? And do you think the Grabber deserves to stand alongside modern horror icons like Art the Clown or Pennywise? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can join my Patreon for just $1 a month. It really helps me keep this channel going and lets me bring you even more horror content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.